Join us. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of love right now, singing, I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing joy. I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of joy right now, singing, I'm choosing joy today. Choosing peace. I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road of peace right now, singing, I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing heaven. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today.
Woohoo! Good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to see all of your beautiful faces on this cloudy day, which is bringing moisture to the air, which is always a good thing. I am Reverend Michelle Arellano. I am your senior minister and your spiritual director. I am grateful to be here and to be with each of you today. Welcome. Welcome to those online. We have a whole online community, so it's nice to kind of pull them into the space. Centers for Spiritual Living is a new thought teaching, a science of mind teaching. We believe in all paths to God. No matter where you are on your path, you are welcome here. What your background is, how you identify, no matter where you are honored and celebrated here. So thank you for being with us today. Do we have anybody here for the first time? If you wouldn't mind raising your hand. All right. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So we're going to give you a flower and an information card and packet. We appreciate you. And if we just want to hold out our hands and just send so much love to our newcomers and just know that we honor, appreciate you exactly who you are in this very precious moment. We send love and light and peace and harmony to you. And so it is, and so it is. All right, so now we are going to move into the children's blessing. So if we can have the children, parents, grandparents, please stand up. Oh, we got some right over here in the front row. All right. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. So let's just acknowledge them and show them some of our love and appreciation by reading the blessing. Oh, we bless all the children in our community and the world. We love all the children. We know the truth of who you are. All children are unique expressions of God, and we are grateful to have children in our lives. And so it is, and so it is. And you can go back into the classroom if that's what you like to do and enjoy some activities, enriching activities. So now is the part that we all love, and we usually take longer than we should, but that's a good thing, is for everybody to stand up and greet each other this morning.
sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. And it returns to me. And it returns to me. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you. The word of inspiration today is sacred. Every moment is sacred. See it, feel it, be it. From on Mark, sacredness is not reserved for distant shrines or mountaintop temples. It dwells in the here and the now, in the spaces we often overlook. When we approach life with reverence, we find every place is a sanctuary, for the divine presence does not belong to a single place, but moves through all things. And in this awareness, the world becomes a living temple, and our steps are prayers on sacred ground. From Brother Lawrence, Lord of all pots and pans and things, make me a saint by cooking meals and washing up the plates. And from our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, the God within you is a unity and not a duality. And there is a big difference whether or not you believe God to be within you or outside of you. The God who is already within you, being forever perfect and complete, needs no reunion with anyone. And you need no reunion with this God, because this God is already in your every act, in every thought, in every movement, and in your every plan and purpose and performance. So please join me as together we create the sacred word. The sacred, the holy, the divine. God, Spirit, whatever name is used aloud to recognize what is always and ever present, what is ever and always available and accessible. That which is recognized as infinite and intimate and indwelling. Yes, indwelling. The true sacred place where spirit is incarnate in each of its creations. That place of energy and flow, a place of comfort and uplift and support. Spirit is a verb, and I am willing to be its activity. And I invite everyone who hears the vibration of this word to also say yes, to say, I am divine, I am sacred, I am holy, and to rest in that vibration of good. To simply dwell in the divine. And so I know that there's human life, that there are those human moments where there is apparent, and again, apparent division, apparent fear, apparent dissettling and disquiet. And in those moments, I deny that they have any power. They are not the truth from which we come. The truth from which we come is a sanctuary. It is sacred. And in any nanosecond, there is the power within us to first settle down, to settle in, and then to abide. To abide in our home, to abide in that place where no reunion is necessary, for each one of us is always known and loved and companioned upon our turning toward it. And so I am grateful for this sacred Sunday morning to be reminded. I am grateful to know that as the week unfolds, Spirit is within, around, and the oversoul. And I simply proclaim, thank you. And so the word, which is the what, interweaves with the law that is the how, and a beautiful manifestation is present right here, right now. It is the sacred. And together we seal this word by saying together, and so it is.
Love is but a song we sing. It fears the way we die. You can make the mountains ring or make the angels cry. No, the bird is on the wing. We may not know why. Come on, people, now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Some may come and some You hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hands. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there in your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. I said, come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Oh, come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Right now. Right now.
I had to get water because I was singing so loud. That was beautiful. Thank you. Let's give him another round of applause. Thank you. Woo. We are so blessed, aren't we? We are so, on that song, you sang that song so beautifully. And being a part of New Thought for 20-something years, and that song over and over again, every time I hear about it, or I hear the song, I think of my sons, and my eyes start leaking. So my eyes already started leaking, and that means my heart's overflowing already. And wow, just perfect for the sacred talk. So again, I'm Reverend Michelle, and the talk title today is Make It Sacred. And I love the part of the song. It was like the key that unlocks it all. The key that unlocks it all is love. And it sounds sometimes like, oh, love. But it's like love, like big love, fierce love, love even when it's hard. That kind of love that just is beyond any appearances. That kind of love that just flows everywhere, that connects each one of us and connects us back to ourselves. So how perfect to start out with that song. So today we are going to do something a little special. I have a special guest that's going to talk about their sacred journey, Charlotte Winkler. And I'm going to start working your way up here. She has been a part of New Thought for over 50 years. Talk about dedication and a sacred journey. So Charlotte's going to take about 5 minutes and talk about her sacred journey. And what's so beautiful when I first met Charlotte and started talking to her, you know that passion when you first come in or you really find your spirituality, like you're on fire for it? I remember my sister came into it, she was telling the world. And for me, it's just like that beginner's mind. But Charlotte still has that same spark and passion for spirit. And that's a beautiful thing. So welcome. Let's give her some CSLCS love. There, make room for you. There you go.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Oh, I like that. I have to have notes, okay? Because over 65 years in New Thought, I have to have notes because there's so much. There is so much a part of my life, my world, my sacred journey. Like I said, it's been over 65 years, and it started when I was a teenager. And back in those days, we didn't have conversations with God. We prayed with God. And I prayed a lot. I asked God for a lot of things, and I didn't understand his way of thinking all the time, but I learned. So it was my conversations with God. What a blessing. In 1962, I was guided to a school of New Thought in Seattle, Washington. And this school was licensed by the state of Washington's legislature. And that impressed me, so I thought, well, I'll give this a shot. Actually, 15 years later, and all the classes that I could possibly cram into my life, I earned 2 degrees. I was involved in the activities of the church, the school. And so there's this one little phrase that I would take a class in the nighttime. I would going home about 10 o'clock at night, and that was a long drive, an hour one way. So what I had was a little affirmation that I had to tell myself and speak it all the way home to stay awake. Because the freeway is you don't want to be on the freeway at 10 o'clock at night. So this is what I kept saying to myself. I am alive. I am awake. I am alert. And I'm keenly aware. And just this last month, I added one. And I'm awesome. So in 1977, I took a detour on my journey. Now, a detour does not mean you're going in a different direction. You're just approaching it from a different angle. So, this detour was out of state. I didn't have a school, I didn't have a church, but I had God, indwelling in me, as me, through me, and for me, and guiding me all the way, in every way. So I learned to practice what I had been taught and to study and continue to learn. And these lessons kept me from, I was practicing the principles, I was demonstrating them, and so I had the chance to learn all of this. I have to look at my notes, guys. In 1982, we were led to move to Grand Junction, Colorado. There we found a church, Church of Religious Science, that's the way it was called then. And that was a long time ago. And I had a chance to start studying there. I took science of mind classes. I learned more about how to apply the principles in my life and to my life. This church was supported by Mild High Church of Religious Science, and Dr. Fred Vogt, the senior minister, he was right there supporting us and helping us to create a learning environment, one that we all could be happy in. So we joined the church there, and I worked in secretarial work on the classwork, but I also had the blessing of meeting and marrying my husband, my late husband. His name was David. Some of you probably remember him when he was here before. So then we moved to Colorado Springs in 1984. And wow, what a transformation. Bigger church, but we were meeting in a hotel. It was off of I-25 down here, and we had a chance to study some more science of mind classes. You just got to keep going. You can't stop. So I was grateful to be able to staff with the inner child weekend seminars. And Bobby Price was right there with me, and so was Reverend Mike Baker. I learned so much about me, about life. They're an experience that you just never forget. I get a little choked up about it. I was also had a chance to meet and be blessed with family, friends here, my spiritual families. So we moved on, changing note pages. So in 2014, another detour out of state. Again, no church, no school, but that still small voice within, my higher being, gave me the affirmations to keep me going. And this is about choice. When God gave us life, he gave us choice. And that choice, I choose to feel blessed. I choose to feel grateful. I choose to be excited. I choose to be happy. And I choose to be, not to be a victim, but a victor instead. So I'm going in my choices and I'm thinking, okay, I need to remember that if I change my thinking, I change my life. Oh, what a concept. The whole world just blossomed in and said, go for it, girl. So I did. And in 2024, family medical needs called me back to Colorado Springs and back to CSL as it was now known. Not then, but now. And I realized that God is, therefore I am. There's no division, there's no two of us, there is only one of us, indwelling in me and as me, guiding me and directing me. And many times I get to think, okay, I get to do this, whatever it is. I don't have to. My choice is I get to. And I think the difference between the get and the have to is a whole beautiful world. Because you get to say, this is great, or this isn't so great. But it isn't a have to, it's a I get to. So I'm looking and thinking, and I got this affirmation that really moves me. Divine mind, my part of God, I give thanks for all the miracles, great and small, this day as they manifest. I am grateful, grateful, grateful. Now, if I drop a glass on the floor and it doesn't break, I think that's a miracle. It may be a small one, but it's a miracle. And I'm grateful for that miracle so I don't have to clean it up. So my realization is God is, therefore I am. And so in my search and my developing and coming to CSL again, I recognize that I am God's beloved child. And I love, honor, and nurture myself. We were always taught growing up, we have to serve others. We have to be there for others. And I get to understand now that we get to be there for us, for what's here. This is what I'm working on right now, is Charlotte working through events. Not negative, but just events. So Easter time, when we got our little Easter eggs, in mind was this statement. And I have it pinned up over my desk so I can read it every day. I am in conscious union with the God who is right where I am. And if you'll notice, there's a continual flow of I am. That's the name of God. I am. So my sacred journey continues here and now with all of you, and I thank you for your time.
What a gift. What a thank you, Charlotte. You are an example of embracing life and living in the sacred. Thank you, thank you. So make it sacred. The word sacred, it involves quite a bit. It's making the ordinary extraordinary. It's seeing that deeper essence, the deep meaning, having reverence for life, and recognizing the spirit within, but recognizing the oneness of all of us, and finding that flow and that divine presence in life, which is always there. It's just we don't always see it. So Zen, it's very Zen. Sacred is very Zen. And so Zen is not a theory or a belief. It is a direct experience of presence, silence, and the simplicity of being. So there's so much to unpack there. The simplicity of being, it's like what keeps us from that? And that what brings us to that place? What brings us to that place inside of us? And what brings us to that place to connect with the all? And one of my favorite meditation teachers is Sarah Blondin, and I've shared about her before. And a part of what I'm going to do now is inspired by one of her meditations, and she's on Insight Timer. So if you don't have Insight Timer, it's a free app, lots of meditations. I highly recommend it. And so one thing about Sarah Blondin is so much of her meditations are about moving into the heart space and living into the heart space and making it sacred and slowing down enough. You know, I think so much with society and expectations in our lives, and things can get so busy and we can miss things. And so to be able to, and I am definitely a part of that, to slow down enough, you know, as I've talked about before, when I put my talks together, like I work on my talk and my talk works on me. So the two of those wind very much together. And I had some really busy points, and I had some real aha moments of needing to slow down. And so I could see the sacredness. And so I have a quote for you from Hafez. You don't have to act crazy anymore. We all know you're good at that. I don't relate to that at all. I want to say that again because that part just sticks with me. You don't have to act crazy anymore. We all know that we are good at that. Now retire, my dear, from all that hard work you do of bringing pain to your sweet eyes and heart. Look in a clear mountain mirror. See the beautiful ancient warrior and the divine elements you always carry inside that infused this universe with sacred life so long ago. Hafez, and that is, I heard God laughing, poems of hope and joy. Like, how perfect is that, right? Like, I laugh at myself all the time. I don't know about all of you, but I can get caught up in this life and get caught up in the busyness. And then when I realize that it's, and one of the things, I'll share this with you, is the Harry Potter spells ridiculous. Like, right? Like, this is ridiculous. Because I'm getting caught up in some outside circumstances that really don't matter. And to come back to this presence that is this unconditional love and light and harmony and peace and oneness and sacredness. And it is like, it's that that sacredness inside each of us and connecting to that. Sacredness in our bodies, they're sacred temples, and the sacredness in our connection, and the sacredness in the oneness. And seeing with the eyes of love, of presence, of gratitude. So I want to do a little visualization, meditation with you. So stop reaching away and lean into the beauty of who you are, your being. Come to meet your breath. Feel the harmony inside your breath. Come down into the home that is you. And give thanks for the sacred element that is life. Place your hands gently over your eyes and your sight, and thank them for the gift of seeing. Breathe here in gratitude. Now place your hands gently over your ears. Thank them for the gift of sound. Breathe in gratitude here. Now place your hands over your throat. It's the element of speech in your voice. So thank you for the gift of my voice. Now place your hands over your heart. It's a sacred element of feeling. The gift of tenderness, the gift of heartache, the gift of palpable joy. You are infused with this sacred life. Breathe here in gratitude, aware of the sacred elements alive inside of you. And say to yourself, I honor the sacred life within me. And gently come back into this space. We have this one wild and precious life. And we are gifted to be here right now, even though sometimes it does not feel like it. And that place of waking up in the morning and saying thank you. I'm here another day. One of the areas to move into the sacredness is our spiritual tools, I like to call them, and moving into the silence, moving out of the busyness and the rush of the world, allowing ourselves to reconnect and to take a sacred pause. Some of us can meditate in it for a half an hour or longer. Some of us maybe not so much, but even a sacred pause to connect to our breath helps us move back in. 5 minutes even makes a difference. And so here is a quote from Ram Dass. Only in this silence, the silence that lies behind thought, can one hear the symphony of the universe. Can one hear the whisper of the word? Can one approach the inner temple wherein dwells the soul? Ram Dass. And from Ernest Holmes, our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, the silence is our communion with Spirit, our awareness of our unity with God. So allowing ourselves to have those spaces and places that we can connect to it however we can. Sometimes we can move into meditation and into silence and our thinking gets going. And so we think, I can't do this. This is just too much. My thinking is, and I'm a thinking person sometimes, but even to move into the sacred pauses or to move into 5 minutes of silence, to allow ourselves to reconnect with our breath brings us back into that sacred moment. And that sacred pause, Reverend Christine talked about that when she did her talk, which was beautiful, can happen anytime during the day. Sometimes too, getting caught up like in the morning practices, but to know that we can carry it out through the entire day. Another area to connect with our sacred hearts is gratitude. Gratitude is one of the greatest gifts we can offer the universe, right? Also one of the greatest gifts we can offer ourselves. And that's like what Charlotte was saying. I get to live this life. I get to have this beautiful human experience. I get to be here right now. We get to be here right now. And sometimes it's easy to take things for granted. It's human nature, our sight, our hearing, our voice, our hearts, these sacred temples that our spirit utilizes in this beautiful world. We get to have this human experience. We get to as spiritual beings. And that's quirky. It's really quirky. We're balancing two different worlds between the two of them. And so these moments of sacredness are these moments that we can move to our hearts. These moments that we can feel our interconnectedness with everything around us. And when we forget, guess what? We can remember. We can reconnect. And we can come back. So I want to share with you about a couple things that really bring me back to the presence and that are sacred to me in my life. So one, and I've talked about this before, is nature. And I want all of you to think about what in your life, because it's unique for each one of us. What in your life feels sacred or brings you joy and love and gratitude that connects you? And it's on both sides. So there was one point when my younger son was moving out and he was 17 and I wasn't ready for it. I was not ready. I was having a meltdown. I didn't even know what was going on. I couldn't stop crying. And I could feel this pressure in my chest. And I was like, there's so much more I want to do. There's so much more I want to share. There's so much more I want to say. I'm a better mom every year. Give me more time. I'll even be better. I'm learning as you're learning. We're learning this together. And he was ready. And so I didn't know what to do with myself, so I knew I just needed to get in nature. And I got in nature, and I had one of my favorite trails. I was living in Temecula Valley at the time, and I was in Santa Rosa Plateau. I absolutely love that place. And I was hiking and crying and talking to God, and I literally felt this energy, move over me, that calmed me, that took the pain that I had and how fast it was moving and how much I was going to miss this. My little guy, he's my youngest. He's always my baby, even though now he's 36 years old. So, I was able to move back to the sacred. I was able to move back to my heart because nature helped me hold that. I couldn't hold that by myself. And then there's other times in nature where I've had so much joy, like last week, the talk and claiming our good, and the energy here was like off the charts, and the music and the choir, and it was just palpable. And this energy just kept flowing through me, which felt so good, but I needed to ground myself again. So after I left, after our practitioner meeting, I got in nature. And at this time, it grounded me. I went to Red Rock Open Space, which is another place that I love. And it brought me back to myself. And there's something about nature that is so godlike, that is so mysterious, that is so mystical and beautiful, no matter what time of year it is. And to be able to have, like, I find where I live my favorite spots. And so I watch them change through the seasons. And it changes so beautifully. There's such divine synchronicity in nature. You know, we see spring come up and the flowers and the crazy weather. It's hot, it's cold, it's in between. It's really hot, it's really cold. But it's beautiful because life is coming through. And so it touches my heart. And I know sometimes when I forget and when I don't know, I know where to go to remember. I know where to go to bring me back to myself. And I think we all have a place that does that for us. And in that place and in that space, how beautiful that we have that sacredness, how blessed we are. We are so blessed. And it is seen through those eyes of I choose to see it. Because there's a lot of challenges going on in this world right now. And it's hard. There's a lot of changes, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of chaos, a lot of disharmony, dislike. And yet we are called here for this time. We are called here. We are not here by accident. We chose to come in at this time. We're pretty fierce. I mean, come on, you got to admit it. To choose to be here right now, right? Right? We chose it. So we have a big calling because life is calling us to step up into love, to find those sacred places and to send that out into the world. Because when we vibrate at that, when we move in those spaces and when we share those spaces with each other, we're shifting the energy, right? You can feel that energy here in the sanctuary. So the other sacred practice for me is music. All kinds of music. Right now I'm into some crazy gospel music, which who knows, God is speaking to me in all areas. I translate some of the words, you know, and make it a little more encompassing. And soul and blues. And there's this one song by an artist that I am absolutely loving right now. And the song is called What Does an Angel Sound Like? And the artist is Andrew Dykes. And I'm going to read a little bit about it. We look to heaven way high, but it might be right here passing us by. Might be as simple as a good night, a ride, a quiet prayer. Sometimes an angel just sounds like you and I. A shoulder showing up, doing right. We wait for miracles to fall like rain, but they show up human time and time again. A meal. Next time, feel the love. Don't overthink it. It might have been an angel just passing by. Right? Every day. You know, if we're awake to that, like Einstein talks about, either everything's a miracle or nothing is. And so there's angels, and that's this quote, sometimes miracles are simply good people with kind hearts. But we forget that because sometimes we're looking at it coming as rain from the sky, right? And so, every time I listen to that song too, I get a little teary-eyed because it just warms my heart, because the music, the preparation just for this service, all the people pouring their love and their heart and the praying and the practitioners and the volunteers and the sound team and the parking lot, the security, like we are so blessed. So much love is poured in just to being here today together. And there are angels everywhere. And so paying attention to those sacred moments and at times holding those in our hearts when times get hard. Because we're going to have hard times and we're going to disconnect sometimes, but to reconnect and to see the preciousness in life, this very precious life. And we are a breath away from being here or not being here. And the more that we embrace that, and we move through that in practitioner studies, as all the students did their eulogies. So talk about being aware. It's like I've shared this before. I had this dream that I wasn't going to be here anymore. And in the dream, when I was falling off the cliff, saving my son that I was just talking about, I realized, I was like, okay, it's time. What is it that I was missing? And it was so clear, and it always resonates through me. And this was 30 years ago. It was love. To love more, to love more. And that's a tall order, like what I was talking about in the beginning. This love, it's like, it's big, it's fierce, it's all-encompassing. Let love flow throughout all you do. It's a cool image, right? All the hearts. But that's the energy that love flows through. Letting love flow through all of us is the connection point, because it's seeing like the inner within us. Our bodies are sacred, and then we're sacred in the oneness. We're sacred together, right? And so as we move in that space, just the mere fact that you're here today, you're saying yes to that. And that isn't an easy undertaking. It takes practice. It takes years of being dedicated to moving back into our sacredness. Sometimes it's easier just to turn a TV show on or check out for a little bit, and sometimes that's okay to do. But if we stay there for so long, we're missing so much of life. And life is calling us. Life is calling us to continue to grow, to continue to evolve, to continue to change, to continue to love. And we also, as humans, we get into the place where we want to get comfortable. And life doesn't call us to stay in that place for too long, because God is change. God is evolution. God is all those things. And we are individual expressions of the divine. So we are called to continue to move in those spaces and continue to open our hearts, even when it's really, really, really hard to do. And that's the work of a spiritual warrior. That's the fierce work of being called to love in those places that it's hard to love. And guess what? One of the hardest things for us to do is to love ourselves like that. Right? How we talk to ourselves, how we treat ourselves, how we forgive ourselves when we mess up. That's usually how I learn. I mess up. I trip. I don't. And then I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that again. And so having grace for ourselves, seeing the humor and the quirkiness in this human experience, the humor in it all. Can we laugh at ourselves? Right? Think about how quirky we are. We are quirky humans. We get one little thought, and then we keep thinking about it, and then we got a whole story and a conversation going on. it's all just fake, right? It's all, and then we think about it again down here, and this person said that, and I might have said this, and and none of that. When we continue to come back to our center, it's that ridiculous, that Harry Potter spell of moving away all the stuff, the outer stuff, to come back again and again and again to ourselves, to our hearts, to our connection, and to our love. And you're all doing that, and I commend you for being here. And it's not perfect. It'll never be perfect. And that is perfect in itself, because how else are we going to learn? And if everything was easy peasy, then, it's like, there's no mysteriousness in it. We don't continue to grow and learn and strengthen our spiritual muscles and live in this crazy, mysterious life that we get to live in. And what a blessing that is. And so the call for today is to continue to make it sacred in your life, however that is for you. Whatever speaks to your heart, whatever brings you joy, do that. The thing, even with music for me, I started listening to the same thing over and over and over again. I was not moving into change. And I realized I needed to start expanding my music palette and seeing what spoke to my soul right now. And now I'm jamming the gospel at the gym. You never know what's going to show up, but that's what Spirit. There was one song called Jesus in My Coffee. I'm like, okay, and I call it Christ consciousness or whatever, but it's still like it's allowing ourselves to be in those moments that bring us to love and joy and gratitude and presence. And so the last piece that I want to do with you, and then we'll close out, is the meta prayer. And so I'd like you to say this piece out loud with me, and I'll say it first, and then you say it after me. May I be safe. May I be at ease. May my heart dwell in peace. May loving kindness remain in me. Now I'd like you to look at somebody else. Just find somebody. May you be safe. May you be at peace. May your heart dwell in peace. May loving kindness remain in you. And now together, let's say, may all beings be safe. May all beings be at peace. May hearts dwell in peace. May loving kindness remain. And so it is. And so it is. All right, let's move into prayer. Thank you for just being here today. All right, so just knowing that Spirit, divine love, peace, harmony, sacredness flows in, through, and around each of us. And as we step into that, if it's music or presence or reconnecting to our heart, being with loved ones, being in nature, we allow our souls to celebrate the beautiful sacredness in our life, the sacredness of who we are, and the internal and our sacred bodies. Knowing that as we move into these spaces of love and reverence and knowingness, how precious this life is. And we hold that energy of love, we send that out into the world. Knowing that it is good, that it is connected, it is powerful, and it is sacred. And release that knowing that it is divine. And together we say, and so it is, and so it is.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens, that sometimes come with living this thing called life. Am I wise enough to make the right decision when I'm standing at a fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone. There's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Woohoo! Thank you. Beautiful. That was like the exclamation mark on the talk, right? Like totally. So good. Like totally. Listen to me. I sound like a valley girl. I was playing. I was playing with my nieces. I have to admit it. And my sister and I were doing Valley Girl talk, and my nieces are 9 and 11. We're like, totally. Oh my gosh! And they're looking at us like, who are these women? It's fun to play with little kids because I get to be a kid.
Did they tell you that was so 80s?
Yeah. Well, and they just looked at me like I was a little crazy. Okay, so now is the time for our gracious giving. For our collection. Listen to me, I'm just going to keep on mowing. It's time for our offering in the service where we plant the seeds of prosperity and abundance as we give, we receive. As we give, we're in the circulation and the flow of life. And so online there is different ways to give. You can text, you can give on the website, or you can send a check in. And I give automatically. So let's just hold our gifts close to our hearts and know and say the affirmation with me. I joyfully celebrate the flow of God through me. I am grateful for receiving and giving to my spiritual community. I give thanks, always knowing God is my source. And so it is, and so it is.
I've never seen a sunrise that I regret. Can't take the beauty out of all of this, I guess. And there's never been a song of yours, my dear, that doesn't fall softly on my ears. I've got nothing but love for you. Nothing but love. There's a turn on a road somewhere, and we always seem to end up there. When I'm looking for a better way to go, if I get lost, I'll let you know. And I've got nothing but love for you, yeah. day that goes by that I don't wonder every why. Sometimes it's just enough to say I gave my all anyway, and I've got nothing but love for you, yeah. I've got nothing but love, probably. And I've never heard it said this way. I guess we're more of ourselves each and every day. I'm still leaning on the angels in these songs. You're still working hard to change what is wrong, and I've got nothing but love for you, yeah. I've got nothing but love, nothing but love, nothing but
Woo-hoo. Thank you. You even had angels in there. I love that. Thank you. So good. God, we're so blessed. Okay, so now it is time for the gracious giving. But first, I want to say a couple words about our practitioners. So, talking about moving into sacredness, our practitioners and ministers who are practitioners too hold that space of the sacredness, hold that highest good for you. So if there's something on your heart and you'd like prayer, they do a 5-minute miracle. So when service is over, we'll kind of head out and they'll be in here to pray with you, and then also in the prayer room. Oh, we're going to just in the sanctuary. All right, Marcia, there we go, in the sanctuary. It seems like that's easier for people. As soon as you move into prayer, you move into solution. And so if there's something on your heart, I would highly recommend doing a 5-minute miracle with one of our beautiful practitioners. All right. And now we're going to move into gracious giving.
All right.
All right, Bobby.
Okay, why don't you pick this time?
Okay.
So for those of you that don't know, we give $100 every week to a charity that somebody in the congregation recommends, and we check them out and we make sure they're real, and then they get
No fake people. Do you want me to read it? Or?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So this week is the Christmas Tree Project. Yay! That's a big part of our congregation here. Provide Christmas trees and decorations around the world for families in need. And Jan Babb recommended it. And yeah, very, very sweet. Okay, so now we are going to do a quick closing, but I'd like the practitioners and minister to come up front, and I'm going to do a really quick prayer, and then we'll move into our closing song. All right. So, just knowing how blessed we are. We are so blessed, and knowing the sacredness that is each one of us, that is this life. And that is the interconnection of the oneness that is this life, and our connection to all, the earth, the sky, spirit. And in this knowingness, we go out and we feel this love and we send it into the world. And we know that it is good, that it is beyond the cosmos to infinity and beyond with love and power and peace and harmony and oneness and connectivity and sacredness and goodness. And all of that, I say thank you, I release it, and we say, and so it is, and so it is.
For years I would talk about how I wanted to change the world, but I always left it up for someone else to do. But then I finally realized I needed to take a stand, and that by changing my thinking, I could change my life. And that's how I could change the world. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. Have a great week, everyone.